Hello there. How the hell are you doing? No, not happy with that. We're going to go on 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute. On behalf of AFC Fylde, Still We Rise, myself, Charlie Tango, I would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Yes, it is August, but in the Still We Rise world, we have hit the 26th of December. It's Boxing Day, traditionally the day when you sort of chill out a bit. Christmas Day, usually a mad day, seeing your family, seeing friends, the big dinners, opening all the presents. Boxing Day, much more relaxed. Everybody's licking their wounds from the fight over bingo or Monopoly the night before, and enjoying the leftovers, most likely a nice turkey sandwich, possibly with a bit of gravy thrown on there. In the Football Manager 2020 world, we are playing Salford City. It's a big fixture for AFC Fylde over at the Peninsula Stadium. And I'm going to give you a bit of a spoiler alert before we get into the game. This is the day when AFC Fylde will lose following an 8-game unbeaten run. As you can see, we started with a win against Oldham. We broadcast that on YouTube. We then had a draw with Crawley, win over Walsall, then draws with Macclesfield, Southend, Plymouth, a win at home against Swindon, followed by a draw last time out against Cheltenham. So that's 8 games that we've gone unbeaten. It's all going to come crashing down around our feet, much like that moment when a cat gets hold of the Christmas tree and everything just goes in slow motion for a second as the whole thing hits the deck, baubles everywhere, tinsel around the cat's neck. It's all happening today. It's going to kick off in more ways than one. The good news, however, comes in the form of the FA Cup third round. Now, I can't remember when I said I was going to tell you about this. I think I forgot when we played Cheltenham. So I will just reveal further down here. As you can see, on the 2nd of January, we will travel to the Emirates Stadium. We will take on the powerhouse that is Arsenal. And if anybody tells me that Arsenal are not a big club, then I've got news for you, because they certainly are. Nobody wins trophies if you are not a big club. And with the history, the heritage, the traditions at Arsenal, how can they not be considered a big club? Yes, their league position isn't great, but if Manchester United finished 12th 3 years in a row, they'd still be a big club. Arsenal are still a big club. Of course they are. The players that they've got on in the roster, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Leno, these are big players, and they're only going to get better by signing proven Premiership talents, the likes of Willian, and again they're going to be in for Wilfried Zaha. You just know it. Defensively, yeah, a bit shonky, of course they are. But in midfield and attack, they are second, I believe, to none. Maybe Manchester United and Liverpool. Oh, I see, hang on. This has gone a bit away from me now, hasn't it? And Tottenham over here, Harry Kane. Oh, Christ. Okay. Forget about that. Arsenal are a big club. That was the point, and I'm sticking with it. For the second year in a row, we're going to travel to a Premier League giant in the third round. Last season, you may recall, hopefully you were with us. I mean, if not, thanks for joining. You may want to go back and look at that one, because we lost 4-2 at the Emirates. The Emirates, that's where we're going. We're going to the City of Manchester Stadium, the Etihad. See how we've got similar names? And despite scoring 2 goals against Manchester City, we came away with a 4-2 loss. But we boosted our coffers to the tune of about £1 million. Certainly between 900,000 and £1 million. And then, as you can see, we went on quite a bit of a winning streak. Barrow, Sutton, Boreham Wood, Chesterfield. We only actually lost. Did we lose 1 game? Yeah, one more game all season, and that was to Maidenhead, who, by the way, I don't know why, but they are our voodoo team. They're the only team that we lost to last season. As you can see, another loss just up there. 4-3. What a game at Mill Farm. This season, things are going well. We are top of Sky Bet League 2. We have overcome Bolton Wanderers, slowly but surely. We have got past the team still managed by Keith Hill. Bradford City are still up there. Those two were my tips for promotion from the start, along with Crawley. Actually, recently I came around to Crawley, but they have dropped off their recent form. They've not won in the last 4. However, Bolton have lost 2 in a row as well, and that's allowed us to just overcome them. I just want to make things clear. I don't expect promotion. Not this season. If we can do what Salford did in real life and sort of establish ourselves as a League 2 club, that would be perfect, because then we can start getting in better players and then we can push for promotion next season, not this season. If we go up this season, we're in real trouble, because we'll be stuck with the contracts of the players that were signed for this season, including some that were signed last season and whose contracts we extended, but faced with the very realistic proposition of being in League 1 and not doing so well on a weekly basis, simply because the majority of our squad will be National League stroke League 2 players. It's just not going to work, really. We're going to have to avoid promotion this season and then go again next year with players who should be at a higher level than the ones that we've previously recruited. We started a little bit of that by bringing in Jan Songo. So Jan Songo came from Scunthorpe, who, as you can see, won Sky Bet League 2 last season. They're actually not doing very well. Why can I not find them on this list? There they are, 13th. That's why. They are mired in mediocrity in mid-table. I say that, I would absolutely kill for a mid-table position right now in League 1. That being said, today's game is indeed at the Peninsula Stadium. So the class of 92, stroke 91, 93. When those players, I'm just going to go off on a rant here. They are called the class of 92, but it is meaningless. Ryan Giggs at that point was already an established player in the first team, as fans of Manchester United will know. 4 of them played in that first leg of the FA, the youth final. This is the big competition that they won, and that's why they called the class of 92. And I think 3 or 4 played in the second leg, possibly 5. Well, anyway, the point is they didn't all play. So, but calling them cumulative, the class of 91 to 93, seems a bit churlish. They own Salford, along with other investors as well. Can I see actually who the board is at Salford these days? Let's have a quick look. Staff, all. Chairman Karen Bard, yeah, she's been there for a while, and of course Peter Lim. Director of Football Chris Casper. I didn't know that. Gianfranco Zola is assistant. No. Is that recent? Yes, it is. Right. He's only been there 2 weeks. When's that? 12 days. Fair play. So, does that mean they've changed their manager this season as well? Jan Seward. Yes, I know my pronunciation isn't brilliant. I'm well aware of that. Working on it. Where was he from? Oh, of course, Huddersfield. He replaced. Did he replace Klopp at Dortmund? No, he came after that. He was at Huddersfield and then lost his job. Oh, I see. Right, okay. So he's been there a month, himself, 3rd of December. Right, okay, celebrated Christmas in the sunny climes of Salford, as you would. So who did he replace then? Do I know that? It's going to be Bowyer, isn't it? Yeah, Gary Bowyer, right, okay. But he's actually not the first one to get sacked. Right, okay, Graham Alexander was sacked November 2019. So a year ago in the game, it was when they sacked Alexander. Right. Interesting. In terms of our own team selection for this one, we're going with the exuberance of youth on the wings. It's Jovan Malcolm and Devan Green. Devan has been an absolute superstar in the last few weeks, so he's staying in. Big problems in midfield. Ideally, we play Crowsdale, Walker and Nick Horton. Unfortunately, 2 of those 3 are injured or just on the way back from injury, so they miss out. In fact, they're not even on the bench because Walker has a massive fitness issue. Yeah, they recommend 75 minutes, but he hasn't even played in the under 23s yet. Crowsdale has. He's played 2. Ooh, he is wanted. Bolton, Tranmere, no, not a chance. Sorry, I get distracted by these things. I should say, with Crowsdale, I think he's got a clause in his contract that says that he's not leaving anywhere. Oh no, it's not him. Fantastic. He could be on his way out then, if we get a decent offer for him. Yeah, he's only done a couple of 45 minutes for the under 23s, so he is not fit enough to play. Neither is Chris Porter, who is on his way back from injury. Same with Serhat Tazdemir. Jordan Williams has been bombed out. I can't remember if I talked about this in the Cheltenham episode. I will tell you that I had a bit of an issue with Jordan Williams. He protested about being substituted in a game. A game I should add, he did not provide an assist or a goal. In fact, he was absolutely shocking, as has been Matti Kozolo on the other wing in recent times. But Williams kicked off a bit of a stink, so I told him quite frankly that I didn't appreciate his tone. He responded he'd like to leave the club, and as a result, he has been placed on the transfer list. If we look down in the development, here we are. Jordan Williams is now considered to be a good Vanarama national player, so perhaps it's because he's not up to League 2. He's having a go at me. He is wanted, however, fantastic, by Wickham. Right, let's set his fee then, shall we? He's asking price. We're not going to get that, are we? Right, he's asking price 250k. There you go. Let's see if that tempts Wigan into somewhere. Wickham are in League 1. In fact, while I'm here, offer him out. Offer him out for 150. That's what we'll do. With a clause that says get a bit of the pie for next time. Yeah. And in fact, after league appearances, after he's made 30 appearances for his new club, I think we deserve a bit of cash as well. Let's get up to 50. Let's see if that tempts anybody. It won't do, but let's go for it. Back to the game. And here we go. I'll just quickly check where Bolton are. Bolton are at Grimsby. Tough game for them. Tough game. We're at Crawley. Home to Newport. Big game that one. 9th versus 8th. Bradford are away at Macclesfield. Yeah, okay. They'll pretty much walk that one. And Walsall away at Plymouth. Okay. Our friends Barnet, by the way, where are they? Oldham. Okay. Battle against a fellow Northwest side. The Northwest being where ourselves are based. Not by any stretch of the imagination where Barnet are based, I should say. And as we go into the game, the only thing that I want to talk about before we do is Salford and Fylde seem to have quite a rivalry. But I think that's the one that's the more respectful one because of the way that the two teams have come up through the leagues. It's different to the rivalry with the likes of Stockport and Chorley. That's more sort of fanatical and social media based. The one with Salford, I think, is pretty positive. I mean, the two clubs do actually get on, and I know that I've seen interviews before where David Haythornthwaite, Fylde chairman, has talked about how much he has spoke with the likes of Gary Neville about promotion and different things. What I am going to do is I am a little bit fearful of the likes of Andrade, Wilson and Adam Rooney. So I'm going to tell the lads that we have to go in tight on them and press. This is what we're doing, including show them on their weaker foot. Now, I know what you're thinking. Probably should have done this before the game. Two things. First of all, I don't know if I can. And second of all, I know I can, actually. Now I say that, I know full well that I can. I'm just having some fun at your expense. I want our lads and the wings to mark specific players. The only problem thing is that I've just realised is that Luke Burke is the wrong player to mark because he isn't very good at that. And actually, Tyrone Williams would have been a better pick. But I think I can't change that now. So look for that change at half time, if we survive that long. I am going to ask, though, Whitmore, who's better at marking, to mark Adam Rooney, who's probably on about £4,000 at Salford these days. Who knows? I will say, as we begin, I was a big fan of the Salford documentaries that appeared on the BBC. I think they did them over 2 seasons, maybe 3, definitely 2 though. They were sort of both cringeworthy and entertaining at the same time. I really enjoyed it. Anytime you get a chance to go behind the scenes in a football club, I think fans really enjoy that sort of thing. And certainly with Salford, it was extremely entertaining. A little bit worrying about because there was a bit about how they changed the sort of the club colours, the kit and things like that, and the badge. I think the badge, I'll have to check on that. As we give the ball away, is not what we want to do. It's over thanks to Montgomery. As I was saying, the Salford documentaries, there are some really funny scenes in them. One of which being when Gary Neville, a Sky Sports pundit of course, is informed that the club has a dodgy skybox that they may have got off the back of a lorry. And he has to sort of tell the chairperson, Karen Bard, that that's not really acceptable, but that he would sort one out. It was also a good one where I think it's Paul Scholes in the car. I won't repeat what he says because it's swearing, and I do try not to do that. But he is asked about playing in the FA Cup, I think, as that would sort of bring in a big crowd for Salford. And he says he is as fat as something, which you can imagine what he rhymed that with. So if you can see it, I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere like that, or what are the other sites? Daily Motion, I think is that one. Do check it out and have a look because it is quite entertaining. What I would imagine, though, and I could be wrong, is that none of the players that are currently here with Salford in League Two were there then. I suspect they're all new players. Certainly, I seem to remember there was a character that it was Grimsby take the lead against Bolton. Thank you, Alberto Balde. I seem to remember there was a character in the Salford documentary. I think he was a model part-time and then disappeared to go and do that instead of playing football. I suspect he doesn't play in the National League anymore. I'll have to check on that. That could perhaps be something for our next episode, if I remember to have a look. As we're picking up a few bookings here. It's very even on the shot count, but as I said, this is going to be the game we lose our unbeaten record. I thought it was going to be due to Bruno Andrade there. I have mentioned him before. He's somebody I really like, actually. And if he ever became available, I think he'll be somebody that I'd look to bring in, especially considering the issues we've now got with our main left winger, Jordan Williams. I think signing somebody like Andrade would be a pretty perfect tonic to replace him. As we've got the ball, the edge of their box, Burke wide, Bradders. Now they're going backwards really, aren't they? They need to go forward, lads. Here we go, Duxbury. He's getting forward. He scoops that wide. Absolutely scoops it into the advertising hoardings to the left of Salford goalkeeper Norman's goal. There you go. And we're at half time here. Fairly even game. They've shaded shots, but we've had more possession. The one change that I want to make is the Tyrone Williams change. I did know this actually, and I should have realised before I sent him out there. Luke Burke cannot mark a man to save his little scout's life, whereas Tyrone Williams, as you'll see if we can get his stats up here, marking of a 12. Burke, I think from memory, is something like a 6. I mean, I hope he's not improved. Marking a 6. There you go. You think that Charlie Boy doesn't know his players? He certainly does. The central midfield area hasn't been brilliant for us, I don't think. I'd love to see the average ratings again and just have a look whether that is accurate. Yeah, it's our forwards that haven't really got in. Malcolm Green or Proctor. Devon Green. How do you get your 9th yellow card of the season on Boxing Day? He's one away from a suspension. He must be offside, surely. Ah, yes. Christ, he was that far offside. He was in a different postcode. Adam Rooney there. Relative of Wayne, yeah? Better looking or not? I think so. I'm trying to think what he looks like. We'll have a look at that in a second. Here is Siobhan Malcolm on that wing. He's getting the ball across. And here is the counter-attack by the Salford lads. Oh, they're through here. They're through on goal. Negative. Negative. Not this time. It is a worry with all these bookings as we see Jordan Davis and Grimsby are leading at Bolton. Against Bolton, even. Fantastic. That means whatever happens here, we're not going to lose top spot. Because I was worried that Bolton were going to get a really big result against Grimsby. Lots of goals, and that would tip the goal difference in their favour. I think we're just 2 ahead. So I am going to make a change. Bradders, you've put in a good shift, son. But you're coming off. Here comes Romario Vieira. And I'm tempted to take Devon Green off on the booking. I mean, I'm tempted to take every player off on a booking, to be honest. That's my default setting. But instead, I'm going to leave him out there. Proctor really hasn't. Oh, Jan Songo injury. Oh, that is bad news. Right, I'm going to take him off because Salford are going to come on strong in the last 20 minutes. In fact, of course, as I say that, they have an attacking good effort there. They have an attacking highlight. Neil Byrne is on for Jan Songo. Hopefully that's just an impact injury. Something that is relatively quick for him to recover from. Been an absolute superstar for us since arriving from Scunthorpe for a very reasonable fee, actually. Jan Songo. He's just the type of bold, brave, determined player that we need back there because even last season in the National League, our defence was not brilliant. They sort of saved themselves with the number of goals they scored at the other end. I think Carl Jameson was in double figures, as probably was Whitmore. This season, obviously, we're playing better sides. That means less chances, especially from corners, as Macclesfield lead against Bradford. And Andrade, side netting there as well. In fact, we're just going to encourage the boys. Let's give them a bit of encouragement. And I'm actually going to take off. It's going to be Devon Green, isn't it? I'm going to take him off for Jack Muldoon. Oh, no, I can't do. No, thanks for that. I forgot that we'd made that change at half time. Forget that. I've got full faith in the lads that are out there already anyway, to see this through and get us a point. Because I can't see us claiming all 3 at this moment, unless it's another Dan Dare late at the late show. As Cragen gets the ball, he is Devon Green, obviously unaware that I was planning on taking him off. Malcolm, no. Nearly an own goal. I don't think it was nearly. I think the goalkeeper always had that one covered, but Duxbury with the corner. It goes across and it's cleared by the Salford defence. Here we are, we've got 5 minutes to go, and Salford are pressing, but here we go. We just said Salford pressing. Wilson, that is not a good strike. Wilson, of course, a former Manchester United player, so obviously with the Salford links they've picked him up there. Devon Green, let's see what you can do, sunshine. Out to the wing, thank you. Tyrone Williams, side netting as well. But we're getting quite a few highlights, and here's another one in extra time. Norman, he beat the press there, didn't he? This is a goal. This is a goal. Oh, it's a corner. Right, calm down, everybody. A corner with 2 minutes to spare. Andrade is and there it is. I knew it was coming. James Wilson, assist by Andrade. I don't think it fell right to him. No, it gets a bit of a deflection off one of our defenders, and Wilson just hammers it home into the top corner there, beyond James Montgomery. So as I predicted, I did say it was going to be a spoiler. It's the game we are going to lose here at the Peninsula Stadium, and with it will go our unbeaten run. It was disappointing, wasn't it? Considering we held out that long. And look at that, Jan Songo, 100% of his tackles won. I had to take him off because of his injury. Did I have to take him off? Possibly. Although I just realised that we've got 2 games in 3 days. As next we play Mansfield away. That's not going to be on YouTube, that one, because that could be embarrassing. As we are at the top, 47 points to ourselves, 44 for Bolton. Bradford lost as well. Bolton got hammered, 3-0. I mean, we had the good grace to lose by just 1. Or at least Salford had the good grace not to beat us by more than 1. And in the 94th minute, what did Walsall do? They only drew as well. Leyton Orient, lost. Northampton, lost. Southend, drew. In fact, did anybody in the top half of the table win? What did Newport do? Draw, right, okay. Crawley, draw. Cheltenham, won. There we go. The only team in the top 10 to win a game was Cheltenham Town. Everybody else with the draw or loss. Well, at least that shows that it's quite an even league. And there's going to be an inbox item telling me all about how we've just lost our unbeaten run. There you go, see? Oh, we've been fined for indiscipline. 6... Okay. Not even gonna comment on that one, but I am going to look at Jan Songo's injury in a second. So yeah, here we are after 8 games undefeated, the majority of which were draws. Whisper that. We've been beaten by Salford City. It's not a good feeling, even though we did beat them earlier in the season. Pre-season relegation favourites find themselves at the right end of the league. We certainly do. Will they be able to bounce back in order to retain their unlikely position? Who knows? How frustrating is that? I took him off for a tight thigh. I mean, Christ, we wake up with one of those. Okay, that was my mistake. As you can see, I'm not entirely great at this game. The plan to come... Do you know what I think we're going to do? Right, this is the plan. We're going to do one of our update episodes once we get to the 1st of January. and 2021. We'll do the update. We'll have a look around all the different leagues, see what's happening, see who the top scorers are, who's on the transfer list, managerial moves and jobs that are available should I need to jump ship at any point. I should say also, I have been offered a new contract. David Haythornthwaite came through on the blower with a 2-year deal. Unfortunately, I asked for a little bit too money and he got a bit irked. I offered him, I think he offered me 1.8 and I asked for $2,000 a week. And he decided that was a stretch too far. That there wasn't enough meat on the bone for me to take that one. The other thing that I've just noticed is we haven't kept a clean sheet in the league since Oldham. Oh, that's not brilliant, is it? I mean, what has Jan Songo done if not giving us clean sheets? We were getting them back then, weren't we? Leyton Orient, Barnet, Salford, Oldham. Yeah, things just went off the boil, didn't they? Okay, so next episode, as I said, is the save update. We'll have a poke around, see what's going on, and then we travel to Arsenal. The Gunners, I assume, still managed by, oh Christ, who will this be now? Mikel Arteta. There they are. They are 5th in the Premier League. Shall we see where they came last season? Just before we go, let's have a look. They came 6th. Right, okay. Well, not brilliant then. However, was there any landmarks? No. So they've not won anything and they finished 6th. Big news as Sir Chips Keswick, best name in football, has departed the club. Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? I wonder if they got into Europe last season. Here we are. They snuck into the old Europa League Euro Cup. While do England get 5 Champions League places? Do they? That's interesting. They definitely get 4 in real life. Can somebody confirm that for me? Let's just have a look at the Champions League. I want to see last season. Will it give me the final? Right, so it was Paris Saint-Germain who won it last season. There you go. What about the Europa League? Right, okay, this is why. Manchester United won it last season. Right, okay. So United converted their league position, which was 5th and that should have got them into the Europa League, into the additional Champions League berth. Right, that makes sense. So yes, as I said, it'll be a save update next time, 1st of January, and then after that we have got the FA Cup 3rd round, the money spinning tie, as we travel to London and the Emirates. I'll see you then.